Hello friends, welcome to my channel, a channel for learning simple coding. If you find this video to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. In this video, we are going to learn very interesting concept called header. Regarding this, we are going to understand how to read or write header in route handler. Now, maybe for some users, you are not aware that what is header. So let we understand first what is header and then we try to read or write header information in Next.js. So header is a special information that attach with each and every packet you send from client to server or server to client. Remember that when client sends some information to the server, we have some hidden information that is attached automatically as a form of header in that packet. And same, if server sends some information to the client, then server also adds some special information to the packet that is useful to client. That we are going to understand in this video, that how we can read that specific information, or if we want to modify the header or we want to add some new information that is useful for our application, then how we can do all these things that we are going to understand in this video. So now you understand what is header. Header is a special information that attach in each and every packet by client or server as per the requirement. Some information automatically inserts, some we add. That is the difference. Now we start to read and write the header information in Next.js. So this is the Next.js application. Here I have API as a route group. Under this I have a route handlers. I have a route name headers, and under that I have a route.tsx. It's a normal one that under the route we have a route.tsx. Here we are going to make some coding. This is my previous application that we have learned so far. We have created each and everything here in previous videos. So here I'm going to cover the header portion. So we are going to understand here that how we can read or write header. First we understand how we can read header information that client will send. Then we will also understand that how to send the header from the server side also. So for that I say const get, because we have to create a route, and here I say export get like this. So we are doing like this. Now here in parameter of this get request, we have a request parameter that is next request like this. Now we have two types of way to read or write headers in Next.js. So first thing we are going to understand with the help of request parameter. So here I say const header info equal to new header like this, and under this I pass request dot headers. So this is the one way by which you can read or write header information. We have a request. So with the help of a request, we are getting a object of header. Now we are going to read the header information that we are going to display to the get response also. So here I say const, and here I say authorization. So that is I'm creating my own information in header, and here I say header info dot get. Under this I want to read authorization like this. This information we want to read authorization. Now we say here if authorization is there, then we will send this request new next response like this, and here we will send this authorization information. This information we send, and I want to send this under the special meaning like this, and then like this we can send the information if authorization is there. Else we are going to copy and paste like this, and authorization is not a string, error is coming. So I can write this information by using JSON dot stringifier, and here I say authorization because it supports string value. Now I say here authorization not found. We say header information about authorization not available like this. Save this. So you see that we are trying to read authorization information that client is sending to the server, and this information may be anything, but authorization is a standard information that we add in the header. In place of this, you can add more information also, any kind of information. So at server machine, I'm reading this information, and for that I can put async also here, and here I can put await also, because if information is taking time, then we can wait for this. Authorization is there, then we can respond to the client that this is the information, otherwise this is the information. So this is not a typical program, it's a simple program just to aware you about the header information. So how to read header information now. So you see that this reading of authorization header information is okay. Now we are going to test this. So first we test it on browser, and here I say headers like this, and if I run it, you see header information about authorization not available. So this information is coming. Why? Because this authorization header is not automatically insert, it insert manually, and we insert it by client side if we are using React. So we can use React for this, and if we are creating a client side component in Next.js, then we can also insert this, and we can also use JavaScript also, or on Postman also we can add this information forcefully. So here we have header like this, and if I send this, Dr. Vipin is coming by here. Okay, because I have already authorization here, that's why it's coming. So I'm deleting this value. These are the header information. So I send here, and you see that header information about authorization not available. Now this is the header portion of Postman. Here we have these types of headers. Those are automatically insert by the application. You see, these are the by default. So here I want to add my authorization. So I say authorization automatically coming, and here suppose I say Dr. Vipin classes. Remember that if this information I am sending and I say send, so it will reverse back Dr. Vipin classes. Why? Because in the coding we are saying that if authorization is available, then display this information like this. So we are sending back if this information is not available, then we are sending this information like this. Remember that this is the way of reading the header information in Next.js. In place of this, we can use direct header function also. Remember that this line is there. In place of this line, I can use like that also. I say const header info equal to headers like this. So this is the function that we can use from this next headers. So this function we are using, and this will work same. You can do like this also, you can do like this also. It's a similar way. If I try to execute it, then you will see same in output here. And if you are passing a header authorization and run it, you will see that you will have the same information. So now depend on you whether you want to use this headers function or you want to create the object of this. Both are similar, nothing is changed, just you have to adopt yourself to learn which one you are going to use. Now from this server side, we want to add this authorization. Suppose this authorization is not available here, and if this available, then we display. If not available, then we want to add it first, then we want to read the again authorization information, then we want to send. If this thing you want to do, so you can do that. We remove this from here, so I cut it here from here, and here I paste this at the last return value authorization. Then I check authorization is there. I check here authorization is not authorization like this. Then what I do, else I remove here from here. If not authorization means this is not available, then I have to set it. So I say here header info.set, and here I say authorization, and I say the value of this. Here I say Dr. Vipin Tevatia by server. Server is setting the information, not client, remember that. And again I read this information, copy this and save this. So again this information I will read, and I change it to let. So we are able to read this information. If it is already available, then we will read it. If it is not available, then we are setting this information first, then we are reading it from here, and then we are giving response. You see that same program is there, just we have to run the request, and you see if I execute it now, if my application is running, I have to check it, any error. So this information is coming. So you see that we having a error here, header cannot be modified. Why? Because we are using this function, and this function we use mostly to read information of header, not to modify the information. So in place of this, we are using our old line, this one, because from this we are creating a new object, and this by using this object we are going to create a new header. Remember that this function we are using for reading the information of a header. It is not working to set a new header. So with the help of this object, new object of this header, we are creating a new header. Remember that. Now we try to execute this. Yeah, this is compiled now and running. So if I refresh it, you see Dr. Vipin Tevatia by server, this information is coming, which this is set by me here at server side. And if I use postman and I'm passing the value, then it will display my value. Remember that. But if I delete this information I delete like this header is not available now. If I run it, then this header is set by the server. Remember that. So now you have to understand that this function is only for reading a header information, and this is for both reading and writing. So I actually prefer this one because it gives all the features, reading and writing of header, and this provide only reading of header. We have some special function also with this for each, or some other kind of special information we have with this object. So you can check yourself which one is better for you on a particular situation, because when we do some coding, sometime we have benefit by using this function and sometime we have a benefit by this. But if you want to set your own header from server side, then you have to use this method, or we have another method also which you can use. That is here, suppose we are sending information. So here, after using second parameter here in this, here you can write header. Remember headers like this, and under this you can set your header. Suppose I say X version, suppose I want to set some version for this, then I say this is Dr. Vipin classes special, like this, and I put this also. So suppose that this header information I want to add in my each and every packet which I am sending from the server. So remember that this is different. This is another kind of header setting. We have set this, and this is we are setting from this function. You can say a constructor type of function, because we are creating an object, so it is like a class, and we are just executing this two parameter. First parameter the value which you want to display, and second parameter is the header which we are changing. So this header you can put here also, and we have another function next response.json. If you want to use that function also in routes, then you can add this information on that also. Remember that. So if I am running this, you will see that here I can't show you this information because in browser you can't show the header. But here you see this header is not available right now. But if I make a request, you will see that we will have a special header here. Okay, this information will come here, not there. Remember that here, because this is client side header sending. From client side we are sending a header, and this is the information that coming from the server side in a header. So you see this header is inserted here. X version Dr. Vipin classes special. You see this header I have inserted from the server side. So with the response this information is coming. So you see that from here with this I have add this information. This is small x, I can say capital X also. You see like this. Once again I go this and I send a request, and you will see that this information is changing, but this is not changing the capital letter. That is depend on him what is showing. But you see that content type is text and plain information like this. I can change this also. You see, go to this code, and here I say I want to change content type. So I say content type like this. Then I say here this is text, and I say HTML. Remember that. I say this is text and HTML. I save this, go to browser. You see this information is black screen. And if I refresh this once again, and you see it convert into white screen, because this is a HTML text right now, because in header I have changed the HTML text. And if I add here HTML text, remember that, because this authorization is there, then if I add it like this, I say H1, and then I say dollar symbol, then I say this one, try to execute like this if it is possible, H1 tag. Now you will see that if I run this like this, so I say like this, if I run this in this way, then expected, remove this, this is the way. Then once again if I execute this, and you will see it is coming in HTML H1 tag format. Remember that. Now you see this also, here is plain text. If I send it again, you will see it would be text HTML. This is convert into text HTML. So like this way, you can add your own header information, you can modify existing header information, or you can add some special authorization kind of information. With the help of this, we can manage JWT also later, JWT authentication also. So later on, I'm going to create some videos on JWT also. Then on that, I will show this authorization information reading and writing again. So but in this video you can understand, because it's the most important part of any developer to read or write header information. So here I have explained you multiple way to read or write header information by using these functions, by using these objects, by using next response, or by using this object of header information. So each and everything I have explained, mostly 100% I think I have covered the header portion for you. So it is very simple to read and write header information, but most important part of web development. So if you learn something from here, please do subscribe. Thank you for watching this video.